We need to talk.
I agree.
So today we're doing Would You Rather Part 2. Thumbnail right there.
Thumbnail. Okay, I don't know how you did the eyes just now, but that's definitely going in the thumb. We said this for the last one, and then we never did the thumbnail. Huh.
I made the thumbnail just the emoji.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Fair.
No, because yeah,
I can
I
probably
I
edit
looked.
this. That's hopefully.
Yeah, you have to edit this one. I'm not editing another video. It
No.
took
No. I
me
mean, I
like
know I'm editing this one, but like I mean, I'm. Hopefully, I'm gonna try and edit the thumbnail as well.
oh okay. Yeah.
We
Only
might.
because like on the last one we did, I like sort of looked through the podcast looking for a thumbnail and like I tried screenshotting it, but like it was all too awkward. It like the camera quality mixed with
Fair.
the timing of everything. I couldn't find a good one. So
So it
yeah,
might be the first proper thumbnail this video.
it might be
Maybe.
proper thumb.
I just noticed the MBTI miniseries had an intro, but this one doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
The That's because Would You Rather isn't like a series. It's not like a mini series thing.
Okay.
We just had extra Would You Rathers and thought let's do another one.
I
Okay.
was testing the noise suppression. That's gonna be cut out.
All right. Well, I don't bother cutting it out because it's funny. Um, it's content, Robert. We
Content
want
right there.
content.
Quality.
We gotta get that monetization, Robert, at at 3,000 watch hours.
Yep, yep. You better watch. You individually better watch this for 3,000 hours, right? We're getting the Guinness World Record. Most time watched. Just after the video finishes, just put it on loop and stay up. See how long you can stay awake. See how long you can go before the sleep paralysis demon finds you. And keep going.
Okay. That's we're gonna stop there. We're gonna stop there. Um,
Okay.
Robert,
Yes?
you have a bit of a story to tell, don't you?
Do I? Which one? About what? Who?
About that story you told on episode 1. Not the USB, the other one.
Oh yeah, the one that was just so short it got cut out entirely. Yep.
Yeah.
So there was
You got a story.
so there was this guy who was living on our road, and he only ever had one eye open, so we called him One-Eyed Aid, until it turns out he opened the other eye, and we called him Two-Eyed Aid. But that's not the important bit. We met him recently, and he kept making weird clarifications, like, and he seemed really nervous. Like he was here, and he was like, I have this car here. I have this car. I use it to drive. And it's like he's going. I have this car right here, right? Yeah, yeah. I use it to drive so that I can get to work and so that I can not go and join a gang or start a cult. No. I have a car so that I can
Silly.
drive. And he did that for a lot of things, from what I remember.
Oh, I apologize for that.
Um, trying to remember any more. Like he said, these are the bags that I used to carry things, which aren't drugs, and it it was just like that. Um, and
That's t
and Dad told him me and William's names, and he couldn't remember. He couldn't. He was trying to remember Williams, and I mean, if he was trying to remember right, and he went like this, that would be reasonable. But he didn't do
Yeah.
that. He did this, and I. I do not know why. But he was trying to remember William's name, and he was going like, Jamie. His name was not Jamie.
I don't think that William's name is Jamie.
No,
It's
it,
probably something like Willie.
something like that. Yeah,
Is that the entire story? Is that
maybe. But two,
okay?
but the two-eyed aid basically. Whenever me and William have started mentioning things to each other, we start
Yeah.
kind of doing it a bit like two-eyed aid. Like, if there's a table in William's room, I'll be like, huh, that looks like a table that I'm not going to use to attack the police. And we just
That's like
we just
yeah,
end up
that's
doing
like
that.
some American stuff.
American stuff. Sorry, your voice cut out.
American like American Psycho.
Should I watch that film?
Would yes, of course you should watch that film.
I mean, to be
I don't
fair,
know.
I
Yeah.
have. Um, I know I haven't watched many films, but I haven't the excuse for this one that you only watched it a few days ago, so I'm not doing that badly.
We don't talk about that.
Okay.
I've
What
been
do we?
planning to watch it for ages. I just, never got round to it. But
If
I
we
have
don't
now.
talk about that, what do we talk about then?
It is it.
Maybe we should talk about.
Oh, W transition. We're gonna talk about some would you rather's. Um,
Let's do Would You Rather's, in which we do not attempt to overthrow the government.
would you rather be Two-Eyed Aid or Robert Marsden?
I mean, I'd rather be Robert Marsden than Two-Eyed Aid. He seems like
I
he's on drugs all the time, and he's got an
I
eye
think
injury.
we all need some more drugs in our life.
I don't, unless I'm
Oh,
unwell.
do you
Sometimes
have
I need
enough?
sometimes I need more antihistamine.
Okay, I'm gonna move on then. Um, would you rather be able to pause time for everyone, but yourself for five? Oh, sorry, I read that completely wrong. Would you rather be able to pause time for everyone except for yourself for 5 minutes every day, or rewind time for 5 minutes every day?
Pause time.
Pause?
Yeah. Wait, what does
Okay.
rewind even mean? Wait, no. I mean, I know what the word means, but like by rewind, do you mean like for 5 minutes, time goes back? Like time goes back to how it was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Actually, rewind would be better. Yeah, rewind.
I I would pause time. That would
Hang
be
on.
sick.
Oh, now I'm thinking. Pausing time would be better. I should probably be saying out loud why, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, the initial I was thinking, which one could you get away with more things, um, and if you did pausing time, then you could take things and just have them permanently, right? So
Yeah.
like you could just in 5 minutes you could scale Jeff Bezos's building, steal some money, but not to steal it, and then leave with the money, and then
Yeah.
time would unpause, right? Rewinding, I thought it meant that you had a longer time for doing that, kind of. But if it's actually rewind, but if the time, but because what it means is that you have 5 minutes and then you go back to where you were, so your
Mm,
escape from the robbery would already be planned, but it would already
yeah.
be simple. But the thing is, in that case, that you don't keep the stuff because it rewinds. So that's my
Yeah.
sage advice.
That's true. So you're choosing to pause time just so you can steal stuff.
I mean that it's yes.
Okay. Um, well, I mean, I'm gonna pause time because if you think about it, like you could do some like Spider-Man type stuff. Like if you were for some reason involved in a fight and like you like knew that the guy was about to try and punch you or something, you could pause time for 5 minutes or like however long you need, because then not only do you have time to calm yourself down and think, but you also have time to move and walk behind him and give him a punch in the back
Yeah,
or yeah or in the head.
it would be useful for that as well. Yeah,
Uh,
I love how the
or just escape in general.
I love how the only things that we've mentioned doing, if we were able to pause time, is basically causing violence or stealing. This is why the government doesn't let us mess with time.
Hold on. We're not we're not causing the violence.
I
We're just
mean,
in a fight. We're just escaping the violence. Well, I am.
oh,
I don't know what you're doing.
you just said that you'd
Maybe
go behind someone and punch them in the back.
yeah.
Is that not harming them?
Because
Is that not
well
causing them
yeah. I
violence?
did,
Is that not causing pain?
yes, but the fight's gonna start anyway because he's about to punch me. Whereas if I teleport behind him and I punch him in the back and he falls over, right, then the fight's over and minimal damage is done. Or I can use my 5 minutes to get out of there.
Okay, reasonable, reasonable. Your your one sounds a lot more morally justified than mine. Mine seems a bit morally questionable, but
I think
I mean,
whether you take into account morals or not, you can use it for good.
yeah, I was being Robert Hood. That's my excuse, right? I was stealing from the rich and giving to poor me.
Yeah, stealing from Jeffrey Bezos and giving the poor.
Yes,
We encourage stealing from Jeffrey Bezos, except we don't because
yes.
I don't know if I'm allowed
Talkology
to say
endorses stealing from Jeff Bezos only.
only from Jeff Bezos, maybe Elon Musk.
I probably shouldn't be
Moving
calling
on.
myself poor when I've got a load of stuff in the background. It's not very. It doesn't really
That's,
push that narrative at all. Um,
mm,
Partly because
your
the
camera
narrative is
quality.
just not true. My camera. What?
I said your camera quality does show that you're poor.
No, that
The
is true.
yeah that
I've. I need to get a better camera here. I'm currently using the built-in one on my laptop. It's like the equivalent of recording a YouTube video with your Chromebook camera. It's just rubbish.
yeah. Also, one other use for pausing time for 5 minutes. Again, sort of using time to think, right? But if you were in a freestyle situation,
Oh, just the
or in a situation where you want to come back from something, if someone says, you know, you're ugly, you're bad, then you can pause time for 5 minutes and think of, the best thing to come back with.
thing is, I usually
Or,
end up thinking of
or
comebacks
polish
like 2 days
if you're
later instead of 5 minutes
yeah,
later.
no, but if you have 5 minutes to calm down and think, then
Maybe could work.
5 minutes is a lot better than 30 seconds. Um,
I I think if you said you're ugly and you just stood there like this for 30 seconds, then I don't think I think the moment would be gone.
yeah, that's my point. 5 minutes is a lot better than like 10 seconds to come up with a comeback.
You're ugly.
Um,
No, you.
I don't. Yeah, moment's gone.
Yeah.
Um, and I'll
Wait,
think of a
does it
good
have to
way
be
in
in
about.
one chunk, the 5 minutes? Or can you do like 2 minutes here, 3 minutes here?
Um, I was thinking about that. I think I'm just gonna say it's 5 minutes in one,
Uh,
like one chunk. Yeah, but it would be cool either way. I think being able to split it up would be slightly better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Quality of life updates to time travel.
Yes, quality of life updates.
Bug
That's
fixing.
wild.
Do you.
1.22 update to Minecraft with the creaking and the pale garden.
The what? Did they. Did
The creak pale garden.
those get added? I don't remember. A pale garden. Is that a thing?
Robert, have you not been watching Minecraft Live or wherever it is?
No.
Well, they revealed that their next update is going to have a pale garden biome and a mob called the Creaking. It's terrifying.
What does the creaking do? Is it like the
Um,
chair?
it's a mob that you can only kill by destroying a block.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I've always been
actually,
stuck
it
using
is
that for a
an
lot of
interesting
crafts.
mechanic. And the block spawns inside of a tree in the pale garden.
Is
So
the
you have to cut down the tree to find the block.
is the pale garden like a cemetery or something?
Um, it's just a dark oak forest with white trees.
Oh, so kind of.
Or yeah, black trees.
It's funny how Minecraft have been leaning slightly into the horror genre, like the Warden. Is it
I
just
mean, yeah,
like with the
but it's
primal
still not
screen?
scary.
Yeah, it sounds like a good update actually.
It's a good idea. Well, I mean,
Is
this
that
is their only chance to add the white pumpkin from Minecraft story mode.
ooh? That is the best update Minecraft has ever had. We
No,
get
they're not.
pumpkin
I don't
racism.
think they're actually going to add it. Robert, I genuinely think you have to cut that out.
Why are the pumpkins gonna get offended? What's gone wrong?
Just because I think like that could be taken out of context. Anyway, the white pumpkin in Minecraft will be good. But we're going to move on before Robert says anything more controversial. Um, would you rather have unlimited free meals at your favorite restaurant, but never be able to eat anywhere else? Or
No,
get free travel anywhere in the world, but have to stay in cheap accommodations?
I'm confused on the second one slightly. How does that work? Like, can you still buy a house?
Well, like,
Can you make the
yeah,
accommodation less cheap?
no.
Like, can you just put stuff in it that makes it better?
You, well, I mean,
Can you not
yeah, you
repair it?
can decorate whatever,
What makes it cheap?
but
Why
like,
is it so cheap? What's wrong with it? I'll fix it.
I,
I'll
I,
go to the
I
mines.
location. That's what they say in the real estate world.
Oh,
Location,
location.
location.
That
Maybe
makes
you
it
got bad,
economy of
noisy
scale.
neighbors. Maybe people are, smoking inside in the halls.
I'll just pause time and punch them in the face. Oh wait, no, those don't stack. Um,
The wrong
hmm,
one, Robert.
well, obviously the second one. That's not like if you could still get a house, right? Like, I'm, I'm
Your
trying to
house
think
would
how
be
to.
cheap.
Why would you only ever rather go? Why would you rather only ever go in one restaurant?
All you can eat buffet.
I mean, you can get a lot of food from that one restaurant, but If you get invited somewhere and you can't go in it, that's just gonna be sad.
That no, that's true actually.
It's more of a limitation than anything, actually. It's the first one. Well, this the second one. The second one, there's the downside of the apartments that you get offered from traveling being bad, but it's not actually a bad thing to be able to do.
Yeah, agreed.
If you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, is there a lot of noise coming from me?
I can hear a little bit of noise.
Can you hear people talking?
For like 1 second I could hear people talking, but I can't anymore.
That's fine. That's fine. Um,
Maybe you need some Discord noise suppression over there.
hmm?
Maybe you need some Discord noise suppression over there.
Maybe I should use some Discord noise suppression, but I'm not going to, because I'm a rebel.
Oh,
Um,
oh, he's a rebel. He's a lone wolf. Revolutionary.
anyway, a revolutionary. Some would say Karl Marx,
Trotsky.
and then stop talking.
Trotsky.
Okay. Would you rather have the
Yes.
ability to see 10 minutes into your own future and you can change it, or 10 minutes into anyone else's future but you can't change it?
What do you mean by seeing their future? Like, you see what it would be like to be them for 10 minutes, or you can see what they can see through their eyes for 10 minutes?
Well, you can see what they're going to see in the next 10 minutes through their eyes.
Right, and when you say in 10 minutes, just for both of them, do you mean like you see the full 10 minutes, or you see like 1 second 10 minutes into the future?
No, you see 10 minutes.
Oh, well, that's pretty good.
And you can do it as many times as you want.
This is a tough question. I don't know. This is one of the few where one of them doesn't seem very obvious. There are
Well,
like, there are
you might.
there are advantages to both.
Yeah. But I am going to see into my own future. Okay.
Could you tell us why?
Because I can change it.
You can.
Yeah. If I see into their future and I go, hey, you're gonna die in 10 minutes because that ladder is gonna fall on your head, then I can't stop that from happening.
Can't you
But
just say it
if
to
I
them?
well, I can, but it doesn't change their future.
How? Do they just not listen? Can they just not hear you?
They just let's say they don't believe you.
Oh.
They don't believe you. Or like
Can't you
they
just
try to
physically
step
drag
out
them,
of the
though?
they try to step out of the way and the ladder falls on their head anyway.
Hmm. But
It's
in
their
life,
fate.
there's a lot more.
Right.
There's gonna, although those are probably more important. There's definitely going to be a lot more moments in life which are not life or death, and that there is no actual problem caused. Because what I'm thinking is that
Yeah.
if you do the if you do 10 minutes into your own future, then you can correct any possible mistakes you're about to make, which is going to be really, really useful, right? Like,
Hmm.
let's say you were chess, you would be literally unbeatable at chess. Because you said you can do this at any time, so you could literally just every 1 minute see what your opponent's going to do next, right?
Yeah.
You'd be a god. Um, but if you'd pick the other one, then I think that might be the only time where you would ever be able to actually see what it's like to be a different person entirely. Although, even though you're just seeing what they're seeing, you'd be seeing what they're doing as well. And
Yeah,
there's actually not there's not a way of doing either of those things already.
that's true.
So they're both kind of unique. Whereas before there are some with upsides and downsides. These ones just kind of both have upsides, and it's trying to figure out which one has the most upsides.
Yeah. Well, I'm still gonna see into my own future because
Fair
think
enough.
of the implications of like gambling.
That's true. But if you can never make a mistake again, and there are no risks anymore, would your life still be fun? Philosophical
Wow,
question.
wow. I didn't expect you to go that deep into it. Wow. That deserves a Talkology thumbs up.
Yes, I get all the thumbs up the award. I seem to have screwed you. Um, you are
Yeah,
very
you need to express, you need to like say something about your views because I don't want the listeners to be listening to silence, but like I'm genuinely like stunned at the moment. I don't know what to say.
yeah. Um. Uh. Like
Wait,
it's just kind of that question, right? If you never ever made a mistake, then would that be
yeah.
better or worse than the way your life already is? I think I've heard that before. Like, if nothing ever went
Hear
wrong,
me,
would life just get
hear me,
boring? What did you say?
hear me out.
Yeah,
Hear me out.
I'm listening. I've got my listening hat on.
If you could see 10 minutes into anyone else's future, but you can't change it, think of like how depressed you'd be if you know that something bad's about to happen and you can't do anything about it. I think that's worse than like having a boring life
How
where
have these
where you don't have any risks. And
how
even
have these
still,
both
being 10
gone
minutes into
from
your own future
being
is voluntary. You can choose not to do it.
yeah? How have these both gone from being positive things to negative things so quickly?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know. Robert,
Now
you destroyed this.
now that I've destroyed the utopian vision, would you rather have either of these? Is the question.
I, no, I would rather, I would, oh, if I had the option to have none of them,
Yeah. What would you pick none of them? Would you pick other people or would you pick
I think I would still choose to see 10 minutes into my own future because I think I could just choose not to do it.
fair enough, fair enough. You definitely could just choose not to do it, yeah. That is a thing you can do.
Yeah, I think I would only ever use it like in terms of gambling, and then I could get rich, and then from there I just wouldn't use it.
Reasonable. I just thought though of another thing about this thing, right?
Okay.
If you're seeing 10 minutes into your own future, but you're also the person doing the actions in what you're seeing, does
Yeah.
is that rewinding time 10 minutes if you have free will while in those 10 minutes of what you're doing?
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty much being able to infinitely rewind time 10 minutes.
Because I didn't think of it that way before. Right, because I thought you'd kind of be seeing what you would have done instead of actually doing it. So, wait, can you still make decisions when you're just seeing what you would see 10 minutes into the future? I think I'm thinking about this too much.
Yeah, this is really difficult to think about. This is going to give us a headache.
It's
Um,
already given me a headache and I have no water left.
okay, I'll tell you what, Robert, just make a decision on the spot right now. Make a decision. What are you doing?
I'd probably go second one, I think.
Okay, 10 minutes into anyone else's future, but you can't change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing 10 minutes into my own future. I don't care. Um, yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough. I think both of them are good decisions. It's difficult to know.
So, I have a very short and simple one here.
Ooh.
Um, would you rather always be the funniest person in the room or the smartest?
But I'm already always the smartest person. Okay, that's not true. Okay, that wasn't even nearly true. Um, hmm, hmm.
This is very funny considering you're the only person in your room and you're still not the smartest.
No, I meant I meant I when I said I always am, I was referring to rooms in general rather than just this one.
Ah, I see, I see.
I definitely am the smartest person in this room, considering there is no one else in this room. Um, hmm. I think this raises the question again. Would you rather have either of these, or would you have neither? Like, are these benefits or drawbacks actually?
No, they're definitely benefits. I don't see how they're drawbacks.
Because if you're always the smartest person in the room, wait, how does that even work? Do you make everyone else in the room dumber? Like, how does it work that you're the
Okay,
smartest
we're
person?
we're assuming we're assuming that you're just the smartest person in the room.
So you're the
Like
smartest
you're
person in any room, which means you're the smartest person on earth.
yes, yeah, basically.
So you're probably depressed.
Um, that depends. Um, yeah, probably depressed. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, actually, to be fair, if I was the smartest person in the world, I'd probably be smart enough to recognize that not everything going on Earth directly matters to what's going on in my life. So it would probably make me. I probably wouldn't be depressed. I'm trying to think now. Would I be depressed if I was the smartest person in the world? But I'm not the smartest person in the world, so how would I ever know? This is
Well,
another
I
headachy one. Why do I keep destroying your questions?
it's only because you're I think you're overthinking them, Robert. I'm not
Um,
gonna lie.
oh, am I not meant to be overthinking them?
Well, yeah, but you're overthinking, thinking too much.
Okay, okay. Hmm. If,
I
I
think
mean,
I'm going the funniest person in the room, personally.
reasonable, reasonable. But I've thought of another thing. If you were always the smartest person in the room, would you be smart enough to always be the funniest person in the room?
Possibly, but it's not guaranteed.
I honestly don't know which one I would pick.
Hmm. Well, I mean, give it like
I might just go with smartest,
if
to be honest, because I'm not really
if
sure.
the smartest person in the room was the funniest, of course I'd pick the smartest.
Yeah.
But like, I think in this situation, if you're the smartest person in the room, then you can't be the funniest.
Yeah.
Because simply for the sake of the would you rather,
I'm
you
gonna
can't benefit anybody.
I'm gonna try and not overcomplicate this and just look at it simply, and I'd probably go with smartest. I'm gonna stop
Yeah,
overcomplicating these now. Like, I'm
I'm going funniest
fair.
every day of the week.
I'll be right back. I've ran out of um, hydrogen dioxide. I was trying to remember that.
That
No,
is
no,
that is
dihydrogen oxide. My bad.
bye, Robert. Okay, I don't know what to do. I've been left alone with Talkology. Guys, I don't know what to say. Hopefully Robert cuts this out. Let us know in the comments. Would you rather be the funniest person in the room or the smartest person in the room? Because we'd both love to see all of your answers. And make sure to explain, actually. Yeah. I hope you're enjoying this episode so far. I'm hoping that Robert's going to come back soon. Um, Make sure to like and subscribe to this video, and comment your thoughts and opinions. We've got a lot of plans for the future. Hopefully, we'll reveal some of them soon. But I think Robert's on his way back. Yep, he's on his way back. Or maybe not. Maybe we're just stuck, alone. Just like we're alone in the universe. That's yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking. Yeah, Robert should probably cut this out. We're losing content. God damn it, Robert. Time is money, my friend. Time is money. Ah! There he is. There's Marsden, the man. Marsden, the one and only Robert the
Hello.
Marsden.
I just
Hello!
I just leaned too
Robert.
far forward and basically spilt my drink. So that's annoying.
Oh dear.
Yes.
That is. You should not have let me alone. You have not. You should never leave me alone with Talkology. You're definitely slash probably slash definitely gonna have to cut that little
Yeah,
bit out.
I'm obviously gonna cut that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I might keep in if you said something at one point. I'll probably keep that in. But
Oh.
what did you say?
Well, you'll find out when you're editing. You'll find out. Um, we got a classic one
I wonder if you were like,
here.
I hate that Robert guy, man.
Oh no,
I'm
no,
gonna be
I
watching
wasn't. I
it,
wasn't.
and I'm gonna,
I wasn't me.
I'm gonna
Um,
reply.
but I have a rather famous one for you, and that is:
Is it the
would
trolley
you
problem?
rather? Sorry?
Is it the trolley problem?
No, it's not. But we can talk about that later.
I'm
Um,
fine not to talk about the trolley
I'm
problem.
actually gonna add that
It
to the
was just
list because
that was just a random guess because I was thinking philosophical question. Because famous questions are usually like that.
no, this isn't philosophical. It's
Oh,
just a famous would you
ooh.
rather.
Hit me.
Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 10 duck-sized horses?
I feel like I'm sure I've seen this on the Minecraft story mode on Netflix. Oh,
So Minecraft Story Mode had something very similar, and it was like, hold on, I think it was one zombie-sized chicken or 10 chicken-sized zombies.
yeah. Also,
Yeah.
it's not quite the same.
You can answer either question.
Thank you.
You can answer either question.
No, I'm gonna answer the original question. Obviously, apparently it
Okay.
must have been. Where is this Would You Rather from? I haven't heard it before.
Um,
I've only heard the
Honestly, I don't.
Minecraft one.
I don't know where it's from. I just know that it is quite famous because I asked ChatGPT to give me 10 famous would you rathers, and this is one of the famous ones it gave me.
Oh, are all 10 of them on your list? Or just this one?
All 10 of them, I think. One of them was a repeat, so I think I got rid of that one.
One of them was a what?
A repeat, like I already had it.
Oh, okay. Right, so duck-sized horses. You can just
10
step
dark
on them.
sized horses,
Yeah, you step on them.
but like 10 of them?
Yeah, horses' mouths aren't that big. They probably can't even really harm you very much.
That's true.
What are they
That,
gonna
I mean,
do?
they could kick you, like charge into you or whatever.
Right, right. Think about it this way, right? Right. They're duck-sized, so they're about like this big, right? Right. So their
Sure,
mouths are here. That is not higher than my sock. So what are they gonna bite? And if they try and kick
yeah,
me, their legs are if and they're about this big, then their legs are about here. So
that's true.
what are they gonna kick except my shoe? And I can probably
True.
kick them quite a lot harder than they can kick me.
Yes. Yeah, that is a.
I was about to ask if I was wearing shoes in this scenario, and then decided that was a stupid question. So I'm not. I'm not. That was a
Of course,
stupid way to.
shoes. Of course, shoes.
Yeah, yeah. I, I'm not. I'm gonna try not to overcomplicate it. I'm gonna try.
That's fine. That's fine. I think shoes is a reasonable question without overcomplicating it. But yeah, you're wearing shoes.
Oh yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah, I'd rather not fight a horse-sized anything.
Yeah, I would. I would also rather not fight a horse-sized anything.
Yeah.
Would you rather fight a horse-sized man or a man-sized horse?
Um, what
He has
what kind of
enough.
man? What kind of man?
Would you rather fight a Hitler-sized horse or a horse-sized Hitler?
Oh no. Um,
He has a gun.
he has a gun in like both scenarios.
Um, to make it fair, yeah, I guess. Oh wait, no, that makes it kind of impossible in both. Wait, no, the horse
I
can't
feel
hold the gun, so I'd go for the
like,
horse, the Hitler-sized horse.
I mean, I think I'm gonna take on the horse-sized Hitler because they're both impossible. But you know, I'd rather fight Hitler because I feel like I'd be more angry at him rather than just killing some random horse.
Reasonable. I mean, I think a horse would be easier to kill than Hitler, but I didn't think about how actually killing
I would
Hitler might be better than killing a horse.
like to kill
So
Hitler.
it's true.
Think, think of how many people tried to kill Hitler. I would argue that the horse is easier to kill. There was a whole
Yeah,
war
that's
based.
yeah. The horse is easier to kill, but like you should, apparently you want to kill Hitler more, which is fair enough. Hmm.
Yeah, it's.
I
I'm
would
gonna, I'm gonna let's we should probably move on from this
because
because Hitler.
yeah, because then I would probably be the only person in the world other than Hitler to have killed Hitler.
That's true.
I'd be
That
in
would
all the
be.
history books next to Hitler's portrait. That would be me.
You want to be next to Hitler in the history books.
Not
That's
particularly, but I might get
that's
paid for it.
um.
Should we move on?
Would you rather? Yeah, let's move on. Would you rather always feel like you have to sneeze but can't, or have a constant mild itch that you can never fully scratch?
Is the second one not just eczema?
I don't know.
So I already have the second one. I don't think I want to pick the first one.
Uh, okay, we'll skip that question then. Um,
I mean, I'd probably
okay,
pick the second one anyway. I think just having a sneeze that you could never sneeze would be the saddest thing.
that's true. That's true. Okay. Would you rather always have perfectly fitting clothes but never be able to choose what you wear, or have the ability to wear whatever you want, but it always feels a little uncomfortable?
A little uncomfortable, like it's too pointy or something.
Too small or too big?
Oh, too small or too big? Yeah, easily the second one. Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. I agree.
Should I explain it?
I don't think it needs that much explaining. I think that's just a sort of a matter of personal preference.
Yeah.
I don't really care if
I
I'm
mean,
wearing something that's a little big.
I think everyone's gonna pick the second one because the first one, you don't get to pick what you're wearing. Who is picking
Yeah.
what you're wearing? You
Okay.
could you could end up looking like an Eskimo. It perfectly fits, but you
True.
can't go anywhere.
It's very
You
true.
could be
It's
wearing a
very true.
Superman costume.
I think one more question, because we're reaching about an hour. Probably won't seem like an hour to the viewers because we'll have to cut quite a bit out. But
How long have we been recording actually?
about
Oh
an
yeah, it has
hour.
been
I know
around about an hour.
we'll call for an hour. Um, but the final would you rather? Would you rather have a photographic memory but forget all your new memories after a year,
No.
or have a normal memory but never forget anything important?
Well, obviously the second one. Isn't the first the first one? Wait, what was? Can you repeat the first one? Um, I might have misunderstood what you said.
Okay. Would you rather have a photographic memory but forget all of your new memories after a year, or have a normal memory but never forget anything important?
If I forget all of your new memories, do you mean like every time you form a memory after 1 year you just forget it, or do you mean like the old memories, like the like you replace the new ones with the
But
old ones?
I, I think the point with the new memories is that, like, you remember. So let's say you're making the decision now. Okay, so you won't forget any memories that you have right now. You will never forget those memories. But any memory you make after now is considered a new memory. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, obviously the second one.
Really?
I don't see any argument whatsoever for picking the first one. Why would you pick the first one?
Just because a photographic memory is sick.
It is, but
Because you could just like relearn stuff. You could just read. You could just look at stuff once a year, and then you'd be fine.
hang on, I think I'm completely lost on this question. I'm very confused. Wait, what? How does the photographic memory one work? Like, so
Well,
you remember
okay.
one thing and then you can't remember anything else?
No, no, no. So photographic
So
memory.
everything you've
You know
remembered before,
memory.
you remember perfectly, but anything after you make the decision, you don't remember.
No, that is not how it works.
How does it work?
I think we need to move on because
We
you're
can't
not
move
getting.
on. This is the last question. How does it work?
I think we should have another last question because you're not quite getting this.
I'm just confused.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
So what is the last question?
Okay, okay.
Maybe we should
Would
address
you
one to the viewers. Would you rather watch Talkology or Mr. Beast?
Oh, always Talkology.
Yeah,
Always Talkology.
yeah,
Every
my
time.
my favorite
Okay.
YouTube video.
So viewers. Would you rather have a photographic memory but forget all your new memories after a year? Or have a normal memory but never forget anything important? Answer in the comments and explain the question so that Robert understands it. Um, maybe you'll get a shout out if you explain it well enough. Um, okay. Let me choose a final one.
I think I'm
Okay.
starting to learn how it works. Wait, so you have 1 year in which you can try and learn, in which you can memorize anything, and then all the time after that, you can never form a new memory. So, so is that
That's not how it works.
so? You have a photographic memory for 1 year, and then you don't have a photographic memory for the rest of your life.
No. No, that's not how it works. Okay. So you constantly have a photographic memory, okay? You have what, okay. So the first year that you have the photographic memory, okay? You memorize everything within that year, right? Then you get to 2025, year number two, and you forget everything that you learned in the first year. You forget all of those memories. But in the second year, you can re-memorize everything and you'll remember it while you're in the second year.
I get it now. Second one.
You get it? You
Yep.
get it?
Second one.
You
Second one.
still going with never forget anything important.
I mean, I guess you could probably loophole the first one by like writing yourself a video clip that you had to see every new year, and then when you watched it, you would be reminded of all the important stuff. So I guess the first one could work.
Yeah,
Um,
I think the first one is the better option if you're willing to relearn everything in like if you like say dedicated like January of every year to just relearning everything, then I think the first option would be better. But
yeah,
then again, you'd lose a lot of time because you'd be like relearning things.
yeah, I think I would actually probably go with the first one. Although, yeah, yeah, that's actually a tricky question now that I get what you're talking about. Right.
I think I'd still rather have a normal memory and never forget anything important. But like, yeah, I think the first option, I think it is like genuinely a difficult question. The first option is probably better if you're willing to put the work in.
I would be. Yeah, I probably would go first one.
Yeah, okay. Um, one more question. We're gonna go with one more question because I said I'd do one more question. Um,
Did you? Okay.
because we didn't realize that I was gonna be able to explain that one, so we were gonna have another final question. So here, Robert, is the actual final question. Would you
Yes.
rather have the ability to fly or to be invisible?
I feel like this was in the last one.
No, no, no. So the last one we had like fly, but you can only fly like 5 miles an hour or something else. I don't remember it. But this question's different. Would you rather be able to fly or be invisible?
Like being able to become invisible?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like on command.
Oh, sorry, I remember what the first one was now, yeah. So. Being able to fly would be awesome, but I think I might go with being invisible because that would be awesome as well.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And you'd be able to get onto planes,
Yeah, that's true.
so you can go
That's
anywhere.
true. Um, yeah, yeah, I would be invisible, I think.
Hell yeah.
Uh, or be able to be invisible because then you would just, I don't know. It would just be sick. It would just be sick. You could do anything you wanted with it. You could go anywhere.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Actually, it's made me think of a question, right?
You could spy.
You could steal from Jeff Bezos.
You could steal from Jeff Bezos. That's true.
Oh, is it Bezos or Bezos? Have I been pronouncing it wrong?
I don't think there is a right way to pronounce it, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, okay. Last question. I've thought of a question, right? This has made me think of a question. Would
Oh,
you
okay.
right, would you rather
Yeah.
be the same or be invisible for the rest of your life, but just stuck invisible? Because
Ooh.
you'd be able to put on a hat and stuff, and people would know who you were, and you'd be able to just take it off and get away with a lot of things, but no one would ever see your face again. I mean, actually, the second one's kind of manageable because you can just put on a mask, I guess. But like, is it the same?
What mask would you put on? Because I can't imagine, walking around with this thing on my face.
Well, you just make a mask that looks like your face and wear it.
You wouldn't know what your face looks like.
Make a mask that looks like a face and wear it.
You would have you would have a lot of difficulties with
Everything.
like self sort of identity.
I mean, if you were fully invisible, you would all of your like things they like all your features they'd still be there but invisible. So I guess you could just put paint on and figure out what you look like in that case. But yeah, I
That's
think this
true.
the second one is definitely a bit more difficult, but you could get away with more things though. So you could do
Yeah.
all the flying to places without paying for it and stuff, and stealing
Mm.
from Jeff Bezos, and and
So
and all of that. But you can never look normal again.
you can never look normal again. Um, no, I think I'd be invisible. I still think I'd be invisible. That would be sick.
I think I might go with that as well. Actually,
Yeah.
I think you
I
could
mean,
probably get a mask that looks exactly like someone's face anyway now. So you could probably that would probably be fun.
probably.
Wait, there's another
But
benefit to being to the other one, right?
okay.
If you don't look like anyone in particular and you can put on a mask, then you could be two different people. You could have an alter ego, and that would be pretty cool
Yeah,
actually.
but at the same time, like, how many people do you know that are invisible? Because people would just go, "Oh, it's the same person," because there's only one person who's invisible.
No. I mean, if you know if you could, um, like for the second one, you'd be able to interact with people still, and you could still look like a bit like a normal person if you had a mask on, right? Like if you got one really well made, right? But what you could
Yeah,
I've just thought what you could also do is you could have two different masks. Oh, why am I holding up four fingers? You could have two different masks, and then you could look like two different people.
and then you could have three personalities, because you have the invisible one, you have the mask one, and mask two.
Yep, exactly.
I thought you were about to say, you know, the benefit is,
No one will know
um,
which invisible person you are.
if you
Oh,
if you don't look particularly like anyone, then the cameras can't recognize you when you're stealing from Jeff Bezos.
that that was more the first benefit, but yeah.
That is more the first benefit, but that's what I thought you were going to say. I'm not going to lie. Um, but certainly a good question. Certainly a good thing.
Why?
A fun thing to think about.
Yeah. Answer in the
Answer in the comments.
comments.
And a fun thing to talk about,
Smooth.
which is what we've been doing all episode. So, thanks for listening, talkers. We've been Talkology. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll be back next Monday.